Oh, okay. There you go. This whole YouTube thing's coming to me as. Let me see. I got fried bread grease all over my camera now. What is up? What's cracking, everybody? Got one person tapping in. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What is up? Well, as you can tell, I'm over here at the restaurant, this Lucky Loco with the Lucky Loco show. I just want to say, man, 200 subs, passed it. That's pretty cool. I know some people that's not a quite a big achievement, but to me, that is pretty cool, man. I definitely want to start building content at a suggestion of making fried bread. I'll definitely create a couple short videos to do that. Make the Indian tacos. Uh, yeah, so I'm just over here at the restaurant, just finished filling out the Northwest Native Development Fund. Okay, so I'm praying that goes through, man, because that's going to put us ahead a lot of be able to survive the summer, or not the summer, the winter that's coming up. Any business, Christmas coming up, um, it's going to be an ugly season, man, especially for the restaurant. But the good thing is that my lady's working, so we're not stressing out the whole restaurant to cover the restaurant and the home thing. So my lady's working; she's going to cover half the bills, half the rent. I cover the whole rent over here. It's got to the point to where I could even work by myself, man, and I have no problem with it whatsoever. As long as I got coffee, as long as I got a few things going, man. Five of a kind media, man. What's up there? How you doing? Don't mind me. There's just at the restaurant by myself. Let me know if you see any kind of spooky things going on in the background. Man, say dog, what's cracking? What's up with y'all, man? Just doing a quick live, man. Just want to say, hit the salad bowl 831. I appreciate it. Yeah, 200 subscribers, man. I appreciate you guys, man. I'm definitely gonna go do a few things. When it does start getting busy, I'm gonna go live like on Halloween. We got we're doing what is it called? Trunk or treat over here at the restaurant. So I was gonna open up today, man, but it's the griddle, everything. There's a lot of stuff I kind of left unclean, so I'm cleaning the griddle. Just finished spraying it down, finished wiping it down. I still got to go get a couple more things. I gotta probably get some more napkins because we took everything out of this restaurant, man. As you can see, it's like bare. The walls are bare in the background. The only thing I left that I was gonna last to take was my aim flag. I put a lot of it was even though I said it was like a bad relationship, man. Anybody want to jump on? What's up? I'll drop the link. I think that's how you do it. I think that's how you do it. If anybody wants to jump on, man, let's chop it up. But yeah, there's a couple things I'm gonna be reaching out to a rapper out of Oklahoma City. I definitely would like to get more interviews done. Definitely like to get an elder's perspective of our culture. And I'm going to be uploading a couple stories of how the business started, how I got started, what came about, man. So you know, so yeah, 200 subs. I really appreciate it, man. If you guys can like, share, let's go ahead and get this channel popping, man. I definitely, I have something to say. I mean, it's not a whole bunch. I'm not going to make a full time career out of YouTube. Obviously, I'm too busy. I just want to share, the aspects of the restaurant business, man. It's like, I guess it is like a bad relationship. It's like you always getting beat up, you never home. You get, it's unfortunate. Like I believe it's marketing because I know damn well it ain't the food that's that's that has people not coming because I'm just soaking some beans right now, getting ready for tomorrow, man. So we're gonna be opening up the food truck and the restaurant. So I'm going to be doing this tomorrow alone. And so far, we have 4 DoorDash orders since we opened up last week, which isn't too bad. You know, I got to upload a couple more pictures. I'm not impressed by the pictures I take of my own. So I got to start looking for pictures of Indian tacos. Better, I got to take better pictures of Indian tacos and stuff so I could have it on the storefront of the DoorDash. Um, yeah, I just sent out the email um, for the loan. So man, I really hope that it goes through, man. I definitely need this. You know, there's a couple things I wanted to share too. Let me see. Yeah, there's just a few things I wanted to share with the updates of the restaurant and drop the link. So if you guys want to go ahead and jump on, Sea Dog, what's cracking? How's it out there in Tijuana? Yeah, so it's let me see what else is going on out here. There's a few things that we're going to be adding to the menu with the colder weather. I'm definitely want to do like a Mexican infusion this weekend. Maybe a Mexican infusion or like a barbecue, like a pulled pork barbecue on top of like a slider fried bread with a little bit of coleslaw on top of that with some. Oh, there's Sea Dog. What's up, Sea
Yeah,
Dog?
man. How you doing, my brother?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Let me see. Where's the volume? Privacy, media controls, no music playing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep,
All right.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Got the volume control, I guess, on this. Let me see.
Hey, what's up, Five of a Kind? What's up, man? What's up? All right, all right. God bless to everybody in the
Check
chat.
real
God bless.
quick. Browsing dog. No, that's not the one. My volume's super low. Let's see. Let's see.
Hey, so now you're back at the restaurant then, huh?
See. Oh, still can't hear. Let me Otherwise, not let me. Because I can't hear nothing. Is this on speaker? What's going on?
What happened? What happened? Can you hear me?
My bad, people. I'm just having a not too tech savvy, as you can tell.
We can hear you though. Everything sounds clear, bro.
Master volume, speakers. There you go. I think I had the. There you go. Now I can hear you. My bad,
You
Dog.
muted or what?
No, it was. I had the microphone in the speaker at the same on the same thing.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Now I can hear you. Let me see. Where am I at now? All right.
So now you're at the restaurant by yourself, and who's got the truck?
Oh, it's out in Yakima still. The homegirl's supposed to be doing it. She's gonna be because she came in here and cooked, and I was like, well, it's kind of slow, so let's get them both going because tomorrow's Tuesday, and it's still gonna be kind of slow. But I'm over here. I went and got all the stuff I needed for tomorrow: the ground beef, soaking the beans, and I was gonna open up today, but it's like nobody came up to the door, so I would have cooked a lot of stuff for nothing. You know what I mean? But it
Right.
also says on the Google that I'm closed too. So yeah,
You get it. You
man,
get it.
200 broke 200 subs. So that was
That's
pretty
good.
crazy.
That's good,
Yeah,
man.
that's
God is
crazy.
great, you know.
Yeah, I'm out there hustling, man. I'm out there posting on the business page, my TikTok page, my business page. There's a
Hey,
few
you know
people.
what? What you know what they what YouTube says? YouTube says it put up like little short little shorts videos. Do some of those. Just do some regular ones, and those are good. Those will get you on the algorithm and get you some subscribers too. You know.
Yeah. I've been doing a couple of. I did one today, and then like homeboy was telling me, he was like, "Hey man, you need to do one with um, making fry bread." I was like, "Man, that'd be dope." I was like, "Oh yeah, make a short out of that." And be like, this is what the page is about, just expressing culture, expressing and then,
Yeah. Everything is, everything takes time, bro. Little by little, before you know it, you'll be up there.
yeah,
When it,
yeah, I'll give it about a year, but it'll still be fun. Still, I'm doing this out of shits and giggles, you know what I mean? But I also want to keep the Native American culture. Like, I did an interview with the Catalyst. He's a food critic out here in Yakima. It's pretty famous, bro.
oh
And
yeah, okay.
yeah, he really supports the business. And he came by and he ordered like a bunch of stuff and was like doing a food review of what to expect. And it was dope, bro. It was really dope. I was like, man, that's gonna get a lot of views going, and a lot of people coming in too.
Yes, sir.
The DoorDash is starting to pick up too. It
That's
was
right.
it was crazy. I pre-made like a shitload of food too. It was nuts. And somebody came in, or no, I seen that there was like two orders, and it like started getting slow. There was like two orders, and they were like really big orders. So I'm glad I pre-made a bunch of like fry bread. Got those orders knocked out. We got 4 people tapping in. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, hey, that DoorDash, it'll pick up, bro. Before you know it, you watch. In due time,
Yeah,
everything it just takes time, bro. I'm
yeah,
telling
for
you, before
sure. I
you
think
know
I could
it.
jump on that Uber Eats too.
Yep. The Uber Eats, yep. They got Uber Eats out here. They got a few little applications, bro. They quick.
Nice. Yeah, but yeah, this last COVID grant I applied for too. So I'm hoping that I get that. I found out at the end of the month, and it's supposed to be like now. I'm like, man, give me
Hey,
my,
hey, I had one of my friends, right? When I was in jail, he was my roommate, bro, and he said that every year they would give them like a bonus, and then like every 3 4 months they would give them money or something like that, bro. I was like, wow.
yeah, they
You
got to
tried
do.
trying to get that?
Yeah, because I should apply for it too because if you hire felons fresh out, you get like an extra 5,000 a year to
Yeah.
hire people like that. And this homeboy I hired, he was just fresh out after 27 years he did for a murder, and he was. You can tell he was institutionalized. You know what I mean? He was still, but he was real cool, man. You know what I mean? So did what was asked of him, and he went and got another job and dipped out. And, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a trip because you know what? When I was in the feds, I ran into a few natives, bro. Like, yeah,
That's
because everything.
in the feds, it's a trip too because they got a north and south thing too. They had two
Yeah,
different sweat lodges, and like I would have to go with like the northern natives if I were to go in there.
yeah, because you know what? Hey, when I was in there, I knew people that used to go in there like homeboys. They used to like to go in there and sweat too.
Yeah,
But they were hooked up. They had a like ask permission and all that and get to go through the procedures. Through the chaplain and all that. And
yeah,
you know,
yeah. It was pretty cool, man. You ever been to sweat lodge?
nah, I never been in the sweat lodge, bro.
No.
Nah.
Man, it's
I
treacherous.
wanted to, but I never, I don't, I never took the time to go, because in order, like I said, in jail, in order to go to the sweat lodge, bro, you got to go to the chapel, you got to change your religion, you got to do all kinds of different things. You can't just go in there and sweat. They're not going to let you do that. It don't work like that. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. And
Right?
then
Like it's common sense, bro. Right? I can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna go in there and sweat with you guys. Nah, man, you ain't even part of our religion, bro. Like, how you gonna just
yeah,
come up in here? Right, out of respect, you got to go through procedures, and you know
yeah, because sweat lodge in the state system in Colorado, that one was different too. It was ran like almost like a prison gang too. They weren't just letting anybody go out there if you had like a weird charge. You know what I mean? They weren't letting you go out there. If you were messing with dudes, they wouldn't let you go out there. And you know, yeah, it was definitely like it was like a clique out there. It was crazy. So going like learning the sweat lodge from the prison yard to like a freedom sweat lodge, way different. He said I did a sweat lodge in AZ prison in the '90s. That's what's up. I got to run ceremony one time while I was in there, bro. And that was definitely an honor. So I was going like all the time, and it was and it's crazy. Like they're making us pay for the cords of wood and all this stuff, and it was just it was crazy. But it was different. I mean, it was took me back to my roots. Kind of got me out of that whole mess of the gang life and the other crazy shit. Five of a kind. Yeah, man. Yeah, Sweat Lodge. You know what? I really should go for Sweat Lodge. I need it, bro. My spirit needs it. So I think they're run on Sundays, and I'm closed Sunday, Monday at the restaurant. So
hey, a lot of people may think like, oh yeah, it's like a sauna. Nah, man, it's not no sauna. You're tapping in with the creator, bro. You're tapping in with your spirits,
yeah, most definitely. Yeah, let me tell you.
right?
Yeah, let me tell you something that happens here at the restaurant. That's why I was asking, like, if anybody sees anything in the background.
Yeah.
Because, dude, check this out. When we first moved in here, I was cleaning up the back of the kitchen here, and I turned around and I seen this like old lady, just a face, like I turned. It was like a glimpse second, and I looked. And I was like, oh shit! And I went and told my lady about it, and it was. She's like, oh dang! And then after that, the water started turning on by itself. Pots and pans are being thrown around. Like you can hear stuff in the back here. And then every once in a while, you see how that bathroom is right there?
Yeah.
The light will turn on by itself. And they're just like a motion sensor, like while you're in there. And the
Right.
lights will turn. I'll be in here because I'll stay here and I'll clean up. Like I'll clean up the restaurant till like about 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'll see the lights turn on all the time. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And then when I was kicking it, I play video games here too because the internet's way better. Daniel Ortiz, what's up? And it was just it was nuts, dude. I was okay. I was playing video games. The lights were on in here, and then I heard something like when you hear like say when you live like with the neighbors with thin walls.
Yeah. Huh.
I heard something in the bathroom like say something. It was like they were trying to say something crazy. I was just like I don't know. It was like a muffled sound. I turned off the Xbox. I didn't even turn off the lights. I fucking backed my way out the restaurant, locked the door, and took off back home. I was like, oh, dang. So,
Hey, but you know what? The spirits can't do nothing to you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, most definitely. Yeah, what's up, Crusted? Crusted 13 in the
What
house.
up, Krusty? What up? But yeah, man, you know what? Hey, what you need to do is burn some sage, bro. Burn a little bit
Oh,
of
I do.
sage, no?
I do. I think, and the crazy thing is, I don't get like a bad vibe type, like an evil. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be here. You know what I mean? By
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
But but at that time when I heard somebody trying to talk, that's when I fucking got up and dipped. I was like, oh fuck this shit.
So somebody was actually mumbling and talking.
There was like it was they can hear like it was like a half a sentence, but it was like muffled. And it came from the bathroom. And I was just like, all right, it's time for me to So it's gonna be a trip. So if you see the lights turn on, that's what's up. Maybe
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
show themselves. But I think it's an old lady, old spirit. Because this restaurant, this was a restaurant back in like the 50s, bro, and used to be called Hubba Hubba, and it was just like a whole group of people who used to come here like all the time because there wasn't no McDonald's or you know what I mean, all those franchises back in the day that's here now. Crusted. Let me see. Crusted, you want to jump on?
to go get my dog, man. He's out there acting up, you know.
All right, I hear you. Yeah, so man, being in the restaurant was different, bro. Like being here by my
Hey, you know what's
always
crazy? I
out.
remember. Hey, back in the days, my mom, when we were young, she had, you know, she rented a restaurant, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What kind of food she's selling? So
She was selling a Mexican food, bro. You know what I mean?
nice. What kind was it? Like just,
That
I
was
always
like back. That it was back in like in the man. It could have been like, I think it was in the 80s, bro. Straight, you know what I mean? Like in the
man.
early 80s. You know what I mean?
I remember
But yeah,
when tacos were like 50 cents, bro. Like after the nightclub, we'd get out and go spend fucking like $3-4 on some fucking tacos, refried beans and rice.
yeah.
And that was back in the 90s. That was back in that was from the taco truck out in front of. I used to go to Lake Avenue. That whole place was just wild, bro. There was a Paisa bar. There was like 3 Paisa bars. They had it popping, bro. That was pretty cool. And there was a
Well, they
couple.
had it popping up there.
Yeah, it was pretty dope, bro. It was. I'd even go in there. And then there was the type of bar where they didn't sell bottled beers because there was always a fight, bro.
Yeah,
So
they made sure it was canned, huh?
yeah. And then I went in there and I was like, yeah, let me get a MGD. And they're like,
Yeah,
MGD? Nobody drinks that here. We had this 6-pack for like like 4 months. I was like, I'll drink
yeah, MGD. Yeah, that's good beer, bro. Genuine
Yeah,
draft. We used to drink that all the time, bro.
yeah.
The bottle ones.
Yep. Yep. The champagne of beer.
That's what it was, man. You know what I mean? Back in the days, that was I don't know why, but it was something like everybody was drinking that beer back then, huh?
Yeah, for
Genuine draft.
sure. Yep, we got Rich DM up in the house. Salutes, Rich DM. You ever need any work, man, you hit him up. I know if this loan goes through, I'm getting all my graphic arts and everything, so I'm just going to go through Rich DM. I don't care who comes around here trying to sell what or undersell them. All my business is going through him, so I'm praying that this loan goes through and then line up Rich DM and get his business going. It's mine as well, too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rich D. Yeah. Yeah, you need any kind of logos, anything, he got it. Rich
Yeah,
DM got
he
it.
does. Yeah. He's a Niners fan, but that's the only thing I hold against him. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
he's a Niner fan, but other than that, he's good. He all good.
Man, my teams. I don't even. You know what? I used to get mad that I couldn't watch my Bronco game, and now that I'm just like, man, I'm glad I can't watch it. I'm like, holy shit, they're getting man, it's
The
bad.
Broncos, huh? That's your team, the Broncos.
Yeah, Denver Broncos. They're doing horrible. Only thing I could say is, oh, remember when they did the back-to-back Super Bowl wins with John Elway? Yeah.
Hey, well, at least you can say you guys won one or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, some back-to-back ones, and then we won what was that? What, about 7 years ago? Super Bowl with Peyton Manning.
you got legends coming up out of there. You know, you got legends coming up out of certain teams, bro. You know.
Yeah, I know, man. Back in the day when I got my taxes done, I hardly ever wear the motherfucker, dude, because it was so expensive. Is my John Elway jersey? I paid like $360 for it,
Oh
bro.
wow,
Yeah,
300 for it?
I was like, every time I seen it, like every time I got a paycheck, and this is while I was saving up to do the food truck. I was
Right.
always looking, because I'll window shop and I'll be like looking at stuff and be like, man, look at this jersey right here, or I'll get I ended up buying like the Terrell Davis jersey, and then but there was like every single paycheck I was always I was buying stuff off of Amazon. Like I bought a deep fryer that was like $700. The ventilation system that was like, man, what was that, like $2,700? Not even have a food truck yet, bro. I had all this stuff in my house. I still have the sinks. I still have all this stuff that's in their tables. I was buying tables, equipment, to go
But
plates.
you ended up using it, right? You ended
Yeah,
up
yeah.
using it.
I used most of all of it, but the only one I haven't installed yet was the sink. But I think I'm gonna get into that too. So
Hell yeah, that's good. Got to make it work, man. Got to make it work, you know. Little
yeah,
by anything in life, bro, it's gonna take time, bro. And sometimes you're gonna be like, damn, it seems like it's not working, but it's gonna work, bro. It's just that's just I've ran my own business, bro. I know what it takes to run a business. Trust me, you know.
yeah,
I
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
I know what it feels to be sitting there all day and not make a sale, not selling anything. Trust me, I felt
Oh
that, bro.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but that was another thing too, bro. It's like Native Americans, they're really picky about who makes the fry bread and who has a recipe about it, and it's crazy because we went out there and we sold maybe like $80 worth of food, bro, and for like 3 4 months. People would stop and be like, "Who made the fry bread?" And I'd be like, "Oh, my wife made it. And I don't know her." To take off. And then finally, somebody was like, "You know what? I see you guys out here all the time." And so I'm finally, it took that one person, that one elder to stop and eat it and then dip out and be like, and other people, "Oh, I heard your fried bread's really good." Then we just got the notion, instead of throwing shit away, let's start giving, like, "Hey, look, you want a
Yeah,
fried bread?
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Here, try the fried bread." And they're, "Oh my God, thank you." And, and then even in the beginning, bro, we were getting a lot of backlash. People were saying that we didn't learn from the elders and all this, just trying to throw us under the bus no matter what, bro. But we prevailed through all of that. We got 7 people tapping
Yeah,
in.
it's crazy that people were trying to sabotage your business like that, bro. That like you know what I mean, like saying that you guys had no reason to be selling fry bread.
Yeah, and there's other natives, bro. That's other natives from the
Your
fucking.
own people, huh? Like you said, your own
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
That's
And
crazy,
everybody,
bro.
and then
That's
I
wild.
was handing out flyers. I was going like to all these like places, and I handed one to this lady, and she's like, "Oh, you own that food truck? I sell Indian tacos too." Like, and then she grabbed my flyer and scrunched it up and threw it away. I was just like, "Dang!
Oh
Oh, we got
man,
Mr. Goya up in here.
that's crazy, bro. Hey, but
Thank you,
you know
Mr.
what?
Goya. Appreciate it."
It's crazy because in anything you do in life, bro, you're always gonna get that. You're always gonna get people that are gonna hate on you, and sometimes you're gonna be like, man, is it really worth it what I'm doing? But it is, bro.
Yeah,
Trust me, it
it is.
is.
Oh yeah, we went through a lot of turmoil, bro, and we're still at the crisp of like don't know what we're gonna do. So we're praying that if this loan don't go through, this will probably be like maybe the last couple of months of the restaurant, and I will have to go to the food truck. But that's not no biggie either, bro. You know what I mean? As long as there's a source of income coming in and people are getting, it won't be the big menu. But I definitely want to keep this open just to have the option of be like, "Hey, look, come down, come get something to eat."
No, and
Come,
like you said, like even like if you have extra food that's you give it to the people, to the elders or whoever needs it out there, bless
oh
them
yeah,
and that's how that'll be. And basically when you do that, bro, that's like basically like you're spreading the word, like, look, this is what we have, this is what we're selling, giving it
yeah,
away
most
to your
definitely.
people that don't have anything.
Yeah, and it's heartbreaking, bro, because there's a lot of people in this neighborhood over here that don't have anything, and You know, when you see people, when I do see people, and I see the young couples coming out, they're homeless, and I'm just like, man, are you seeing with kids? It's like, man, come get something to eat. You know what I mean? It's an Indian taco, but it's something. You know what I mean? Something to eat, and you know, it's yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, we were doing that. I was loading up my Tahoe with about maybe like 40 Indian tacos,
Right.
and just going to the homeless shelter. It was called the Compound out here, and they're like, "Who are you guys?" We're like, "Don't worry about it. Just get something to eat." And they're really leery about it. They're like, "Oh, what is this burnt? What is this like
Yeah,
trash?"
yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
Hey,
no.
you know what? They're kind of like tripping. Like, why are you guys giving us free food, huh? Like, but
Yeah,
nobody does that. You know? Yeah.
yeah,
But you know what? You know what, Lucky Loco? When you do that, bro, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Watch. Is man, things are gonna happen that you're not gonna understand. You're gonna be like, wow, you know, because you gave people things. You know, you gave
yeah,
them something. God will reward you for that. Trust me. So
yeah, for
believe it.
sure.
Believe it. You
And
know.
it's the balance of, you know what I mean. I just want to do more than just like I just want to get back to breaking even. If I can just break even at the restaurant, get back to that, I mean that'd be a blessing too. But if I'm sitting here losing, but the what do you call it? The DoorDash. I'm telling you, that's a pretty cool blessing, man. I think I'm gonna sign up for like I said, the Grubhub and just get it going, man. Grub. What else is there? Grubhub, and I'm trying to remember what else is there for like a food delivery. Man, that takes away the stress from me having to leave the restaurant too. Like it's like having a delivery person. I don't have to pay him hourly, just like $6, $7. You know what I mean?
That's like having a delivery service on hand.
Yeah, Uber Eats. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to get into too. I hope they got that out here because man, like I said, I can't afford to hire a delivery person, and it sucks. And like I said, when I do delivery, somebody would be like, "Okay, I'll order 2 Indian tacos," and I got to drive all the way to Yakima, like a 45-minute drive there and a 45-minute drive back, and then it's I don't know. I'm away for like almost an hour and a half from the restaurant when my lady's getting swamped. My son was getting swamped with all kinds. You know, Rich DM. Yeah, so let me see. Check my email. I keep checking my emails because I just finished the applications. Let's see what they say. What they say. Uh, yeah, Uber Eats. I'm gonna sign up for all that, man. I gotta write that down because I'll forget. But I'll check it out, man, because there's definitely potential in these. Like I said, I can't afford a delivery driver. But if we can get both Uber Eats at the food truck and the restaurant, that'll be fucking killing it right there. So tomorrow's Indian Taco Tuesday. I think I'll sell them for like $7 just to get people in here. $6 if you dine in, $7 if you're gonna get it and go. $1 for the box, I guess. Them suckers are expensive, man. If you get them to go boxes, then you got to get a liner for them, and utensils. You got to get, just all of that. Safety
Yeah,
glove. You got to get
you
all
gotta
that.
charge them for that, bro. You gotta charge them for the box. You know.
Yeah, because yeah, because I was paying like $9. I was paying $9 for 50 of them back in 2019. I was paying like $7 for like a bag of flour, $10. Now I'm paying 24 for a bag of flour. I'm paying 52 for to go plates. A chub of ground beef was like $14. Now it's 42. A bag of cheese was like 9, $11. Shredded cheese now that's $22. Sometimes I'll catch it for like
Wow.
$8. Yeah. Um, Lettuce was like, man, I think that was like around like 70 cents. Now I'm paying $2 for a head of lettuce. Tomatoes were pretty cheap. Now they're 98 a pound, and if you buy a bunch of them, how big is the tribe in Yakima? I think there's like 14,000, bro. I think there's like 14 or 15,000. But there was a bunch of them, dude, over at when they had the ground council to vote him out, and they had this fucking piece of shit that kicked us out of housing. They kept him in the office, bro. He was embezzling money. He was going on during COVID. They got $167 million, and none of it went to the tribe. They're like, "Oh, here you guys go." They're like,
"He stole that much money."
They stole a shitload of money, bro, and they started a Yakima Nation. What is it called? Networks. So they have what is that called? The internet service. And the councilmen, their families, their friends, were all getting free fucking internet, bro.
And, wow.
Yeah, and this guy logged in. He logged into his thing to check to see who's getting. Why is there so much? And then they were getting like I don't know how it works, but they were getting like the highest speeds sent to those fucking houses, bro.
Okay,
and, the guy was like checking the frequency, and he's seen all this shit. And he's seen all these people with void accounts that weren't getting fucking charged for it.
Oh wow!
And he's seen all these different. They were all council members' houses that were getting free internet. Their friends, all these people, and then he was like, why are these people entitled to this? And fucking called the feds on him, bro. And
he called Fed rallies. Oh wow, okay, wow.
Yeah, then the feds came in. They're looking for the missing funds. They're looking for all this stuff. They gave like the laptop I'm on right now. It was like I looked at it. I think it was like $1,200, bro. They gave it to the students, like the kids that were going for the COVID, for the kids over there.
But he was getting to his family though, huh?
Yeah. And it was nuts, dude. It was he was just the whole thing was like they were giving themselves raises. They were getting like I think
bonuses. They were getting a bonus.
Yeah, they were getting like 80,000 a year or something like that a piece, and they were talking about like I think like 150 councilmen and women, and they all gave themselves like $200,000 a year, $300,000 a year. They were taking money, going to the fucking going to the casinos, like going to all these different places. And then they gave us a COVID check for the business. Like, oh, you made this amount a year, so we're going to give you this. And then we're all excited. We're like, cool, free money or whatever. And then they gave us half of what they said they were going to give us, bro. And it was
that's crazy, bro, because they pocket the other half, huh? That's wow.
Yeah. But then a lot of them stayed in, but there were so many that got voted out. Like, because when I went in there like 2 weeks ago to go ask for like funding for the restaurant, they kind of just like whatever. But if you hung around, like you and I know what hustlers look like with the gold Rolexes and the chain.
Yeah.
That's what these motherfuckers were looking like, straight grimy, dude. Like
they were looking like
they were not like they were looking like. Like hustlers. Like I was like, holy shit, dude.
Oh yeah, they look like straight, like you could tell they hustling somebody. Like
yeah, they just fucking stole out. You can tell they just stole $136 million. So
they got on a pair of shoes that are worth like $4,000 or $5,000, huh?
Yeah, you go in there and I was just like, holy shit. And then the guy I went for, he was all for it. He was all for me to get the grant, but he just got voted out of. He just got voted out of council, but the guy that don't like us, he got moved to a different section for the loans. Because I showed them how much I made a year, and they were like, "Oh, you only made $1,000 a year." I was like, "No, fuck you, dude! I didn't make only $1,000."
No, he tried to say you only made 1,000. Wow.
Yeah, they were just like he was being a real cocksucker, dude, and I just seen an article over here because man, these people they don't. I've seen these people in the articles that just recently, somebody in the Colville reservation shot and killed 2 people and shot a cop. And they go after their councilmen, bro. Like if they're like, I'm surprised nobody got over here because all this stuff they stole and nobody was like mad. Like I was talking with the Yakima police. He's a buddy of mine. He comes in here and eats, and me and him were talking about it. He's like, man, I'm really surprised nothing happened to these people because he's like, I'm pissed off. The rest of the people should be up in arms that, everybody fucking suffered through COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They cut their per caps down because my lady, she gets 100. Okay, each tribal member gets like 135. What do you call it? 135 $135 per Yakima member a month. So there's some people that's all they get. They don't have a job or refuse to get a job, and it's crazy. So
How much do they give them? They give them. How much do the government, the native government, give them people that don't have a job?
yeah, the 135 per member. And when the COVID hit, they're like, okay, the casino's closed and the forest products is closed, so there's no money coming in. So here's half of your pay. So they were getting $86 every 2 months while they were fucking going on vacations. They were buying, you see them around town, bro. Like when you go pull up to the agency and stuff, you see them with the nice rides. I'm like, damn, dude, this is how you do your own people, man. While you're over here pocketing all that fucking millions, my company went out and fed 4,000 people in need in the fucking reservation, bro. And I'm talking about women, children, elders. And we raised that money. You know what I mean? We raised that because we were the only ones that are the food trucks that didn't get sanctioned like that. Like you couldn't have, like they closed all the restaurants and the food trucks were still going. I just put a table and a separation mask. No, I don't even think I was wearing a mask yet because they weren't even mandating masks. And there was just like I went out and bought all this food, and then we made a lot of money on the food truck. And I was like, okay, well, we made a good portion of money. Now it's time to give back.
Right.
So that's when we went and bought like $2,000 worth of food, and we cooked, man. And I thought it was only going to be like 4 of us. There's so many people that came and volunteered. There was like 26 of us that fed like 4,000 people, bro. And we used the whole kitchen. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. And I didn't park my food truck, anything out there. I was just like, hey, if you're hungry, come eat. We got free Indian tacos, and then the next week we did spaghetti and garlic bread and salad. So we went and raised all this money again and went out there and did it again. And people would trip, and people still trip. Like when I go grocery shopping for the restaurant, they're like, "Oh man, are you going to a party?" Like, no, I own a restaurant. It's like, oh, this motherfucker owns a restaurant.
You're right though. Hey, you're right though. Huh? You go over there, you go shopping, and they see you come out with a big old thing full of everything. They're like, man, what you doing? You throwing a party or something for the family?
Yeah, barbecued, a lot of hamburger and all that lettuce and hamburger buns and shit. It's like, nah, dude, I fucking own a restaurant, own a food truck. But yeah, my son was texting me from jail the other day. He's like, man, I got 7 felonies. And I'm just like, man, well, whatever you do, don't talk to the inmates and only talk to your lawyer.
Hey, you know what? Hey, tell them not to say anything, brother, to nobody, because you know how they got informants in there. They'll play it off and try to get information and what and this.
Get their time cut down.
Yeah. Tell them, yeah, exactly.
Because I've seen so many people in there that went up for when I was in there was this guy in there for like a robbery murder, and his own cousin was like writing down, he was getting information from him and writing it down, and his cousin got caught like almost the same indictment I did when I got caught drug dealing. he got caught like a lot of these other people, but he went down. My homeboy, this dude I know is not my homeboy. Went in for like a robbery, murder, and his cousin was writing down all the information. Got his time cut by testifying against his own cousin. And then you know the rule of fucking thumb in prison. You can't say nothing unless you got paperwork.
Yeah, you
So
can't say nothing. Yeah, you're
no,
right.
so I see the dude in fucking prison when I go. His time got cut down, but he still went to prison.
Oh, you seen him? You ran into him?
Yeah, I seen him in there, and he seen me, and he was like pressing on the. I went in the gym. Went to the gym. It was like wintertime, so it was
Right.
inside gym, and I seen him, and he was playing basketball, and he seen me look at him and look at like that surprised look, like, man, this motherfucker's in general population. What the fuck? But
Yeah, yeah. Wow. That's
he was a crip dude. So he was
funny.
pressing all these buttons. He was pressing this button. He seen me and he took off, but he also known me for fighting in there too. So he seen me get down like quite a bit. Being
Oh, so
you
he
know,
panicked as soon as he seen
yeah.
you, huh?
So he was pressing the thing. He thought I was like, man, I already knew the rule. That's not my business. I'm not a crip. I'm not. You know what I mean? I don't have.
Yeah,
the
yeah. No,
paperwork, so I
it's
didn't say nothing.
not your business. Yeah, like you said,
Yeah.
it's not.
So he went off and took off. And I got clicked up with the Northerners in there, and then I was like, man, I said, there's somebody in here that I know that's not no good. I was like, man, I said, I don't have the paperwork. Then he goes, that's all you have to say, because if you say any more, then we're gonna have to get you for talking shit. He said, if you don't got the paperwork, you can't say nothing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, all right. And I was like, fuck. I was like, all right, well, it's really none of my business. I don't hang out with him. I don't program with him. So, um, and then I guess he felt some type of way because he had like this, like he was an older dude. He was like about almost like 60, and he was like this crip dude. And he came up and he was like, hey, you know so and so, and I was like, yeah. He goes, what do you got to say about him? I said, I don't know. I said, I don't got nothing to say about him. I don't have no. He wasn't checking me. It wasn't like, you know what I mean. Came up like bullying me. That's another thing I didn't put up with in there. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But he didn't. He came up and he was just like, "Oh, what do you think of him?" And I told him, I said, "I don't think anything of him. I said, I don't have paperwork on nobody." And he goes, oh, "Okay, as long as you keep it that way, cool." And he got up and left. And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." And I told the homeboy about it, and he was like, "Well, was he kind of threatening you?" I was like, "No, he didn't say nothing about threatening, but I just knew not to say anything without no." So I didn't want to get in a wreck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? Someone it's like somebody like okay, you knew about it, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? At the end of the day, he wasn't even your car. It was none of your business. And your best bet would have been to just be quiet, do your time, and get out of jail, bro. Shit, common sense,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
for
Common
sure.
sense. Go home. You know what I mean? The hell?
Yeah,
That ain't your job to clean up their trash, right?
right. Yeah, but I was young. I was still a fish. I didn't even know, you know what I mean? But I knew kind of like not to say stuff. And, they're like, stay off the gambling tables, don't get in any drug debts. If you can't afford it, don't do it. Um, just all this stuff. Stick with your people. As soon as you get there, look, ask for your people right away. And, it was just, let me see. Oh,
Hey,
TikTok.
when I was in the feds, I met this Indian dude, right? He was right there in our building. And that fool used to like to get drunk, bro. Every time I would make wine, the wine wasn't even done yet. He was already like, man, let me get a cup of that already. I'm like, hold up, bro, it's not done yet, homie. Relax, homie. Uh, he don't even want to. He don't even want me to let it cook all the way. I be like, look, bro. And sometimes he would, man, trust me. He'd be losing, bro. He'd be like, man, no, I'll take it. I'll be like, all right, bro, but it's not cooked, homie. And I give him a half a gallon or something, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah, man,
it was crazy.
that stuff is so rancid, bro. I fucking hate it. I try to drink of that. And then the hangover the next day, you're just, man, you get fucked up off of that. When you make the fucking pruno in there.
Yeah, man, I used to make that stuff, bro. We used to make that stuff every week, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was crazy. This dude had so many people testifying against him.
Oh
Like I
wow.
said, he had like there was his cousin. He had like three other cellies show up on his transcripts of testifying against him. And then the thing was, is they had only hearsay, so he beat the case, and he doesn't get double jeopardy or anything like that. He beat the case. He goes home, and he finds his cousin and fucking shoots him in the face and goes to prison for like 16 years.
Wow, he shot the cousin, huh?
Yeah, he shot his cousin in the face. Guess his own cleanup. Cleanup, like you said, that's none of my.
Yeah, oh
But,
yeah, they cleaned him up, huh? Okay, yeah,
uh,
they cleaned him. Right. Yeah,
but,
homie. Hey, some people don't. They don't forget about it. They just, once you're busted. But hey, once you get out or whatever, and you can get caught up, they'll catch up to you.
yeah. But yeah, that was just a little scenario. Like because I gotta go fucking see his lawyer and tell him not to be bragging or even talk about his case to anybody because them fuckers will show up on his transcript. There's a lot of motherfuckers that would just, you know, I'd be like, oh well, I got 5 months. I got, if you cut me out, I'll tell against. It's
Hey,
it might,
I wouldn't even trust the dump truck lawyers they give you. You know what I'm
yeah, right, yeah,
saying?
that's crazy. But yeah, I'm still praying for him. I pray he gets a. And then the case, okay, check it out. The case is weird, like allegedly or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
That
So what do they got on him, or what's the
okay, they
legend?
allegedly the weed man shows up to come pick him up, and the weed man just so happened has a gun under his car seat, and my son gets it, robs him, kidnaps him, does drive-bys, cops catch him, he stops, and the kidnapping kid gets away, the drug dealer or whatever, and then he gets kidnapped and he has gun charges, stolen car. And I believe these little motherfuckers were putting their work together and fucking he was like, oh well, I'm gonna say that you kidnapped me so I don't get charged for this.
Yeah, hey, yeah, exactly, huh? You hit it right on the nail. He's trying to say something that is not because he wants to get off of what they
Yeah,
were doing. Yep.
yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, that's another thing. Because I was reading the fucking newspaper thing and I was just like, man, this shit don't add up. Like this, like, you know, to be honest, I've never really done drive-bys before. You know what I
Like you
mean?
said, it makes no sense, son. Like you said, it makes no sense. So something's wrong.
Yeah. But I know we cruised around looking for people in a G ride, but it wasn't like, hey, the weed man came, I'm gonna rob him, and I don't know, just this shit just don't make no sense, and I'm hoping that this piece of shit lawyer sees it because, to be honest, bro, I don't know if I can. I want to help my son with the lawyer and everything, bro, but I'm so struggling right now. You know what I mean? And how many fucking people had that opportunity to where you own a restaurant and a food truck and you're gonna run it one day? You know what I mean? And he just went against everything I said. Like anything I said was, hey, don't do that. He went and did the total opposite.
You know what? But I'm gonna put it to you like this, Lucky Loco. Hey, he went against everything you told him not to do, right?
Yeah,
He's not a kid, homie. He knows what's up. Of course, how old is he?
18.
Okay, he's 18, so he's no longer a child. He's no longer a kid. Of course, he's not 21. He can't drink beer and dope, type shit. But he knows what's wrong and what's right, and he knows exactly what you told him. He knows what you've been through. So and he knows what you have and what you don't have and what you're going through. I personally, I wouldn't put my family through it and be like, man, you know what? Be selfish and be like, man, you know what? Give me a lawyer knowing you ain't got it, bro. I wouldn't put them
Yeah,
through that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you, bro, don't even, hey, homie, don't feel guilty, bro. You got to live your life and you got to put your kids in front. Your family, your wife, your kids. What's up with them? Like, come on.
yeah, yeah. Because my 16-year-old, she's already wanted to come to work, and she's, you know what I mean. She's super shy. She don't, she wants to come to work, and then when she does, she's like freezes up, and I'm like, don't worry about it. You don't got to do this. And then I was telling her about like all the other different options of like, hey, they got trade school, they got this. If
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, it costs a lot to be a lawyer, costs a lot. It's like if that's the route you want to do, like honestly, do we'll back you. And then I told her about heavy equipment, and so now she's seen that the tribe has a what is that called, Job Corps on the
Yeah, Job
reservation.
Corps. There you go. Job Corps good, homie. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Frank went to Job Corps. You know.
yeah, and it's she wants to go for a heavy equipment operator.
It is
And
there.
that's when she told me that this morning, man, made my heart feel good because I was like, so I told her, I was like, man, you know how much you make an hour doing that? I was like, you figure, okay, you go put in 10, 11 hour days. I was like, you're getting paid $80, $50 an hour. That's $500. I was like, that's a lot of fucking money. And I said, plus you're part of a union. You've got, you keep doing this. And then it's not just in the United States, they need heavy equipment operators out in, other
Anywhere.
countries and, just all this stuff. I was like, man, there's so much opportunity other than what I'm doing. I was like, it's
Yeah.
hard work. It runs a toll on you mentally, physically. I was like, do something that makes you happy, constructive. And then, I have these talks with her, even though she don't talk back to, like, say anything to me. She'll talk to her mom, and it's just like that made me really happy. And then my other son, he was just like, yeah, I want to get into heavy equipment too. Now, they both want to go ball out, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, that's good, bro. The best thing to do is just, hey, you're the backbone, brother. You gotta encourage them. Like, yeah, if that's what you want, shoot to the moon, to the stars, do it. Go all the way. You know, don't half step it.
yeah. Oh, what's up, Frank? What's going on, Frank? You want to jump on?
Yeah, he went to Job Corps. He was telling me that he was in San Diego in Job Corps. I was like, wow, okay, yeah.
Shit, if I knew about Job Corps, I would have went to that too because I was trying to go to the military to get some kind of training. You know what I mean? I was going in for infantry. I went to sign up for the Marines, and I didn't have my GED. And then I knew I was like, man, I went and told them. They're like, yeah, you got to go to the county jail and go do that. And I'm just like, man, dude, I don't want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the guidance. That's what basically, bro. Sometimes, bro, even though, like say, like your son, right? Like, hey, sometimes, bro, you gotta lock. You gotta, stay on them, man. Cause they're gonna do what they're gonna want to do, bro. But you gotta be the bad person. Like, come here, man. You're going nowhere. You're gonna sit right here, and I'm a. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. But yeah, it's just, just like this person said, it says true, but they're still young and immature, and they still look up as dads for guidance, and that's true too, man. And the sad thing, he was trying to, he was like, I looked up to you, I seen you growing up, and how people were afraid of you, and people how and I was like, dude, I wasn't going out looking for trouble. If somebody came at me and tried to fight or whatever, I would back. I was like, I'm not
Yeah.
looking for it, man. As and I was like, did you see? I even told him, I was like, did you ever see me bully anybody? Like, if I see somebody that was talking slick and call them out for a fight, and they don't want to fight, I'm not going to keep calling them out to fight, and that person's just going to get angry and stab me, or you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Yeah. So I was just like, I told him, I was like, you ever see me any bully anybody? He's like, no. And I was like, well, got the game twisted up, man. Um, got to get the, I don't know, but yeah, I tried. If that's true, bro, he can go off of that. But he was watching. I was watching his YouTube because he has a YouTube channel too. Well, not channel, but he has a YouTube account, and he's watching like all this like snippets of like Menace to Society drive-bys and all this. And I even told him about that too, bro. It's just like, man, that's just art. That's a phony fucking movie. I was like, that person gets up off the ground, wipes the blood off themselves, collects a paycheck, and goes home to his family. I said, he's not dressed like that. He doesn't act like that. I was like, even Ice Cube, the person, Tupac, all of them don't act like that, bro. They're always somebody else. I was like, you
That's
look
all
at,
made believe, brother. That's all made believe stuff, man. That you know what? And to be honest with you, bro, even though a lot of people don't think, good thing that you bringing that topic up. a lot of people, bro, even though you don't think about it, when you start listening to music or start watching videos or movies, bro, that represent violence and all that, bro, it's gonna take you that route, homie. That's what it's
Yeah,
gonna do, right?
yeah. Because even as an adult, when you listen to DMX or something, pumps you up, and you're like, oh, but I'm not going to go act on it. Go work out or something. But I'm not. It pumps you up in the head. It's just the whole it gets you going. But I guess when you've got something in your head thinking that hey, it gets you going, then you have to go prove yourself. It's like, dude, that's not how it is. Like all your homies that like if those are his homies that are putting paperwork on him and saying all this stuff, I feel bad for them when they hit the yard because they're always gonna have that jacket. You know what I mean? They're always gonna have something that's, you know, hey, at 16 you claimed you got kidnapped by this person. And yeah, it was crazy, dude. But I'm just praying for him. Like you said, he made his mistakes, and all I can do is send money on his books every once in a while when I can. But I don't think I'm gonna go out. Even if I get this loan, I'm not going to put any portions towards a lawyer, bro. You know what I mean? I can't. Like I can't enable my son's behavior. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yep, exactly, because that's what you would be doing, bro.
Yeah,
Enabling, you know.
and it's. And if he has to go do like 6, 10 years or whatever, just like how I did. Nobody wrote me. Nobody sent money. I made a lot of family members upset with the way I was living. You know what I mean? So nobody wants to help somebody out there.
Hey, exactly. It's true, bro. It's not even to where, oh man, that's messed up. You're gonna nah, man. He chose this path. He knew what he's a grown individual. He knew what he was doing, bro. Come on, man. Like you said that. Then now you're enabling him to do that stuff when you start. Okay, here's some money. Here's this. Here's that. Nah, man. Hey, if you know what was gonna happen when you went to prison, that they were gonna feed you some garbage. Now you're gonna wake up when they tell you to wake up, and you're gonna get out the shower when they tell you to. When they turn that water off on you with soap on it. You know what I mean? Shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 5 o'clock media. Yeah, he does have a girlfriend. She's been. I guess he was telling me about it. He was telling me he got her pregnant, bro. So it's kind of
Oh wow.
yeah. So and I know she lives like right up the street from here, and um, from the restaurant. She has like this really nice lowrider. She's a little chola girl. Um, I haven't heard anything bad about her. She's just a low. She likes lowriders. She likes, you know what I mean. And that's another thing you should have been thinking about, man. It's just going up at that age and missing out like the whole nightclub scene when you're a kid, and just traveling, man. Because look at all these other people that went to Job Corps. I'm pretty sure they came out with a nice old healthy stack of money from Job Corps. As a kid. You know what I mean? Learned some. They learned to trade. They learned some values. They learned some hard work, man. It's yeah. I tried going for U.S. Marine. I wanted to be infantry. I wanted to be the what is that guy's name? Chavez on fucking Young Guns, the native fucking gunsmith. That was my alter ego, was being able to go out there. I was like, man, I was like, that's who I'm gonna. You know what I mean? I was gonna go out there, go to war.
That's right. Yeah, at least you're keeping it real, big dog.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
Frank said he got out. Hey, Frank said he got out with 1,200. Shit, that's
yeah,
good.
when you're
And,
young,
what's the good thing? Okay, they're teaching you a trade, and they're gonna pay you. Yeah, you can't win. You can't lose. You can't
yeah,
lose right
man.
there.
It's yeah, that's definitely, and then it takes you away from that crowd of people that you are influenced by. Because I'm not gonna act like I wasn't influenced by people from the neighborhood or the drug dealers and stuff like that while growing up. Because I was, you know what I mean, and I went a whole different route. I had the opportunity. I was thinking about it. I had the opportunity. If I knew about Job Corps, shit, I would have jumped on that too. But you know, so I just knew I didn't want to do that. I was like, man, I already And when you're a kid, an outside perspective, if you've never been to prison, you think it's stupid shit like blood in, blood out, and American Me, just all that. You're like, man, I don't know about try raping me. It's like, God damn, I don't fucking crazy shit, man. I already had a couple people come to the door. Sorry, you're closed.
Hey, well, at least you got movement going on. You know what I mean? That's a good thing, right? You got.
Yeah.
Eh.
Let's see. Is it driving? Yeah, man. Yeah, the trade. I got a trade too. I went to college for welding, so I'm a certified welder, and I love it, man. When I was welding, I fucking 12 hours went by like nothing. I was like, holy shit, it's cool. Like I didn't mind getting. Only thing I didn't get used to is the top of my head burning. You could smell it in your hood. Smell it going. I learned to just let it sizzle away because by the time you take your gloves off and get off, it's already going to be out. You can smell it too. It's like, oh shit. I always kept something on my lap so I didn't burn my balls while I was doing the overhead welding. Yeah, welding was fun. So I heard you were saying that you do Uber driving out there too, don't you? Uber driver, Sea Dog.
No, I've done a taxi. I've drove a taxi out here before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Man,
did that.
what's your wildest story of picking up people at night?
Man, you know what? To be honest with you, bro, I didn't have too many people wilding. I didn't have too many people wilding out because, of course, you know what I mean. When I would pick people up, I would like check them out first. I wouldn't just like, all right, jump in or get in, you know.
Yeah,
But the only person I had one person get in the car, cause and I'll tell them too, like, hey, what's up, man? Where's my money? Like, hey, I was like, if you got money to get in or what? If I seen any kind of funny activity, I'll call them on it, right? But
yeah,
I had this or a drunk dude, man, jump in there. And when we took off, he was drunk. And when we took off, bro, like 2 blocks down the street, he started talking to me out sideways, bro, like real crazy, man. And I was like, man, bro, I was like, man, get out. And he was like, I ain't gonna pay. I was like, I don't want you to pay me, bro. Get your ass out the car. You know what I'm saying? Like before I hurt you. You know, one of them dudes, bro. He was just talking out. He was disrespecting me, bro. And he was drunk. Dropped his
yeah,
ass off right there, bro. We didn't get too far, you know, but
yeah.
you know, I'll lose, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because of course I'm driving a taxi, bro, right? And say somebody sees me beating them up and dropping them off, what's gonna happen to me, you know?
Right?
I'm dead, you know. But I have, you know what I mean? It was cool. You know what I mean? It was great. I did my thing, you know?
When I think about taxis, I think of that HBO series when that Taxi Cab Confessions. Jump on there, freaking all nasty in the car. I was like, what the fuck? Little ass kid watching this bullshit. 1 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you know what? It's just, you, of course, you know, you're out there doing your thing. So, of course, it's going to be to where you're going to run into some weird people, you know?
Yeah,
Always, you know?
that's one thing, man. I remember there's this place in Colorado, 7-Eleven. They were all the employees, man. It was rampant over there. They were getting murdered over there, bro. Murdered for like 17, $20 in the till, man. And I remember applying for 7-Eleven, and they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna be over there on East 4th Street." I was like, "Bullshit! I ain't fucking going over there. I'm cool." I was like,
Hey, you know
"Man,
what? Like I was never, to be honest with you, when I was driving taxi, doing my thing, bro, I was never scared. I was like I said, you know, I've been in prison, bro. So and trust me, I look a certain way, bro. And you know, not too many, like not just anybody would jump in, like not just anybody's gonna stop me and jump in and act crazy because of the way I look. You know how it goes. You know
yeah,
what's,
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure." But yeah, I don't know. I just knew I wasn't gonna go work over there, man, because I used to live like right by that place, bro, over there on East 4th Street. I was like, yeah, I was like right behind. I was right behind 7-Eleven because I remember I was sitting on the porch and this dude came rolling up in this like lowrider truck and he's like, "What's up? Is that you, Lucky?" You know, I was like, "Yeah, what's up, motherfucker?" And he was just like, he's like, "All right, motherfucker, I'll be back." And I was like, "Oh hell no!" I was like, "Man." I was out there, man. It was like all day waiting. I was like, "Man, I said, I don't even got a quit day or anything, and I shouldn't even fucking talk like that." You know what I mean? I was just like, I was like, damn. You know, but I was fresh out too. I was just fresh out of prison, and you know, and there's still, you know, the reason why I got shot too is because there was a lot of beef that I still have out there, probably still do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Wasn't always a good person. So.
Exactly, huh?
Yeah,
You know, we
but
grow up as time goes on, you know?
yeah, you do grow up, and it takes a while to get over that mentality too. It's like it's crazy. Like you know, I was just cruising like last week, and one of my son's friends, he knew who I was, bro, and he started throwing up gang signs to me. And,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's what I did. I just started laughing at him, and then I was just like, man, you're like 22 years old, bro. And I was like,
And he was
and you know I'm not active either, too. So I
he was
was like,
testing you. He was just bullshitting.
yeah, it was just, you know, just like whatever. I was like, all right. Then my son was telling me about it, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty brave of him throwing up gang signs to somebody getting active. So he knows my store hours. He knows my, you know, if he had a problem with me, he really could have came in. You know, so I don't be
Hey,
sitting there posting
he was
around.
just being a weirdo. That's all, you know, being
Yeah,
weird.
he was. Yeah, so, but you know, and the crazy thing is when I got arrested, bro, and it's fucked up to say. When I got arrested, I called my grandmother from county jail, and she was like, she's like, "Well, I'm sorry that you're locked up and you're on your way to prison." She says, "But at least I know where you're at now." You know what I mean?
She
She
said,
said, "At least I know where you're at." She's
now,
like,
hey, you know what? My mom used to be the same way. She'd be like, you know what? Even though it don't sound right, she's like, but at least I know where you're at. You know, I know, you know what I mean? Like, she's not gonna be wondering if I'm gonna make it home or not. You know, she's like, yeah, it's
yeah.
crazy. Huh?
Yeah, I mean that's exactly how I feel now too. It's like, man, at least I know where he's at. Like anytime, like when I follow the Facebook pages and hear somebody, you know, oh, there's shootings over at this side. Like, did he do it or did he get shot or somebody OD'd in front of the restaurant or you know in somebody's store? Or, you know, because there's a lot of fentanyl overdoses here in fucking in
Oh yeah,
in this
they're
town.
doing a
Yeah,
lot
in
of
this
that.
town and this county, bro. There's like what is the percentage? It was like at a throughout the United States, it's like 30%, 37% or something like that of fentanyl overdoses. In Yakima County is like 1,000 something percent. There's all, and then some lady got capped at the hotel here, and then another person right after that, another kid got shot in the alley, got killed, and
Hey,
man,
so there's a lot of it's active over there right now, huh?
yeah, it's getting really active out here. These territories, it's nuts, dude.
It's different. It's a little different now, huh?
Yeah, there. You know however you were in the '90s is that's how it is out here now.
That's how it's
You know what I
getting
mean?
over there.
Yeah, that's how it's getting over here.
That's right.
Yeah, because I seen that too. I seen it change from Colorado from fist fights to fights with bats to fights with knives to fights with fucking straight gunfights, bro. And it's crazy. You know.
It's true though, man. How as time goes on, you know, it's like back in the days when we were growing up, you know, they started at first they started with bats and chains, and then they started with guns. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been man, that's pretty cool. OC up on here too, man. He's a real big supporter too, and it's But yeah, I plan on doing shorts. I'll do the short videos. I'll definitely do more topics of like probably like around this area, bro. To be honest, like the Yakima Reservation and the Umatilla
Yeah,
Reservation.
like the river, the creeks, whatever. You know how they got nice creeks and rivers out there, whatever, man. All that, bro. The
Yeah,
nature. We want to see the nature, homie.
yeah. Did you see my backyard when I was out there? When I did the live last night or yesterday? I was out doing
Yeah,
yard work, and you can see the mountains. You can see you can, behind me there was like the corn and everything used to be right there, bro. And there's
that's
a lot
right.
of hop farms and stuff out here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of gente, a lot of rasa out here. There's when the migrant workers go to fucking Walmart, it's nuts, dude. They'll go out there with like 6 bus loads and go out there, and you don't see shit on the shelves anymore. You know what I
Oh
mean?
wow. Oh, well, oh, they go there and buy everything, huh? Because they're out
Yeah,
there.
because they got cool little houses for them to live in too. Because it's before I guess they used to make them sleep in tents and shit, but now they got the farmer worker rights, and now they got like they just built them like about 4 years ago houses for them to live in bunk beds and all this. You know, it looks really nice in there, bro. And so when they go in there, they do a lot for the economy, bro. I don't care what anybody says. That they're taking jobs. They'll go out to the fields and try working, bro. Go take
It,
that big job.
You
You know
know
what I
what?
mean?
That's what I don't understand, Lucky. Like you said, like there's over here, the raza, the gente's over there working, right? And they're like, oh, they're taking our jobs. Well, why don't you go out there and do it then if they're taking your job, if that's the way you feel, right?
Yeah, most
It's
definitely.
crazy.
Uh, yeah, so they're because I always say what's up to them and I always wave at them because like I said, it's an active area and a lot of people like to rob them and stuff too. So they always go out in like huge crowds. Like if you see them at the restaurant, like in front of the restaurant, there's like about 8 of them in a crowd. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's pretty like where I live at is it's pretty dangerous area. Well, to stay out of the mix too. So all these all the gangsters in Toppenish, all the strangers out here, they know I'm not active and they know I'm not no threat or spying on them. You know what I mean? I just don't get into it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hey, so you just hanging out at the restaurant there or what?
Yeah, yeah. I was kicking back. I was playing video games for a minute, and then I got an email saying that when we'll go live. I think I'll go live tomorrow. I'll go live with Tuesday. I'll show you what an Indian Taco Tuesday looks like out here because I'm gonna post that it's only $7 if you're gonna get in and leave because they're $10. But I'll post and just be like, hey, $7 Indian Taco. I'll make some extra chili. Like homeboy said, I'm gonna um, make a holy smokes. He said at cafe, I'll match anyone that super chats 500. Holy smokes, dude. That'd be nuts. um, but yeah, I can't do super chats. Sorry, I wish I could do super chats. Yeah, that was but I got 200 subscribers, over 200 subscribers, and I'll post when we do the 300. But yeah, I think building the channel, like you said, it takes time. Letting people know I'm definitely going to be spamming everybody. Come subscribe, fool.
That's right, my boy. Hey, I'm about to tap out, Lucky. I just want to kick it with you for a little bit, man. That way you don't be by yourself, man.
I know I was all spooked out with the spooky restaurant. I was kidding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, brother. God bless. I'll catch you on the next live, carnal.
All right, see, dog. I appreciate you, dog. I love you, bro. You take care.
Likewise, my brother. Likewise. Love and respect, my brother.
Yeah,
God
for
bless
sure.
you.
Yeah, I appreciate Sea Dog coming on. Anybody else want to jump on? Let's see. There you go. But yeah, I mean, what the channel I want to do is about is just bringing awareness of the culture. Like when I had Iron Bear on here, when we had when I had Iron Bear on here, and we're talking about Columbus Day. There's other things like Native American Heritage Month coming up, and I appreciate stuff like that. Some people will be like, "Hey, it's every day," but It's bringing awareness to everybody that doesn't know about the Native American culture, and that's what I want to do. I want to bring our food. Because it's not just all fry bread. We got elks, we got bear, we got, there's definitely stories of survival before. I mean, we had to teach the people that the settlers that did come, teach them how to survive a winter out here. You know, um, but with me, I'm a city Indian now. I'm just talking about the past culture. I'm a city Indian. If you put me out here in the winter, I'd probably die too. I ain't gonna lie. Um, you know, I don't really know too much about hunting. Um, like I said, grew up in the city. Know about fishing, the culture. So it's kind of a lesson to like learn as we go, I guess. But with the experiences that I have with. Growing up as a Native American, a Native American that got accepted into the Chicano culture out there in Colorado, because it's a lot of similarities. I don't care what anybody says, man. There's a lot of similarities. Instead of tortillas, it's fry bread. Um, Instead of beans, no, we got beans too because we got the Indian tacos. There's a lot of like strong unity when it comes to family, when it comes to um, when it comes to the tias, the tios, the abuelitas, just the whole culture, like we hold near and dear, you know, with the red culture, with the red man, with the red, because a lot of people fail to understand too is that Chicanos, Mexicans, Southern Americans are indigenous too. Before Columbus came, there wasn't no Espanol. That's why the people still represent the Aztec calendar. They still, you guys have a lot of rich culture with the Mexicanos. You guys have the pyramids down there, man. You guys have that game where people still play where they kick that. I can't remember what it's called, man. But where you kick the ball through the hoop. You know, it's there's more to it than what I know. But there's a lot of stuff that I've read on the Mexican culture. If you ever get a chance, check out that book, Shadowcatcher, and it's crazy. Like if you read about um, the northern shaman out there in Mexico, uh, that's the book I read. It's a bunch of different stories about the shamans, the women, the men, the medicine men out there. Because I myself, I have family members that are shaman. Um, I have family members that are artists. I have family members all through, but growing up on the reservation, then moving into the barrio, that was definitely cult, culture shock because, like I said, there was a boatload of similarities, and it's gonna jump. Oh, so it's uh, it's definitely like what I want to do is there's a few rappers that I want to interview that are Native American. There's Snotty Nose Res Kids. I'd love to get an interview done with them. There's Sten Jotty. There's quite a few. The Yaqui tribe has a deep relationship with Mexico and Mexican Spanish Catholics interwoven into our culture. We fought against the Mex federal government on the side of the Pancho Villa. That's pretty dope. See stuff like that, because I'm just speaking for my culture, my people up north. There's a like I said, like if you go down south, there's still like a really big beef between the Apaches and the Mexican culture. And I remember seeing somebody, and I was just like, "Oh man, what's up?" They didn't speak English, and this was in prison. I was like, "Oh, what's up, bro?" I was like, "What tribe you from?" He, like, just looked at me like, "What? What?" Then my homeboy that spoke Spanish couldn't stop laughing at me. He's like, "Man," he's like, "Every motherfucker you see isn't part of your tribe, bro. And he told him all he thinks you're native. He's like, he's like, I don't know, maybe, but there was a lot of raiding back and forth back in the day so there's a lot of mixed cultures out there too. Because there was in history there was a lot of raiding from the Mexicans and the Native Americans that went back and forth. Um, but yeah, there's what I've noticed from the culture is, like I said, the strong family values, the hard work, and I don't know where they got saying that they're lazy. I have no clue where that stereotype came from, because from what I've seen out there in Colorado or anywhere else, that there's a lot of hard work, and maybe it came from just saying taking jobs or whatever. But from what I've seen, I haven't seen anybody that was lazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a few, but I don't know where that stereotype came from. I'm glad that one's gone. But to be honest, when I first moved to Colorado, there was when I watched George Lopez, I don't know what everybody was laughing about. I didn't speak. Um, what do you call it? I didn't know. I didn't know the. I didn't know Spanish too well. So after learning Spanish and watching George Lopez again and all his stand-up comedy, I was just like, dang. And it was the same thing when I went home to Canada. I was like, hey, check out George Lopez. And I was like, what the oh man, it's all good, Kai Spirit. But yeah, it's if you guys want to jump on, man, tap in real quick. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tapping in. That's 200 subscribers. I know I'm not going to be like a super huge channel, and I'm cool with that. If it stays 200, I'm going to stay here, giving knowledge the best I know of my people and the best of our culture. I believe, yeah, tomorrow I'll go live, probably like around 12. That's usually when it starts getting busy. But lately, the teachers and everybody been showing up at 11, because that's our new hours. I show up here around 9. I don't even think I have to show up till like around 10, because I'm already soaking the beans. I'm getting everything prepped up. I think all I got to make is a chili. I'm cleaning the griddle, filtering out the deep fryer. Uh, you know, it would have been a lot better if my son was here, learning. He learned, but he's learning a whole different path now. But yeah, a lot of hard work goes on behind the scenes out here. So today's my day off. I'll play video games, jump down here with you guys for an hour and a half. Um, yeah, if you ever get a chance, I'll post pictures or the link of the book. It's called Shadow Catchers, and they're all Native American. Let's see, NLR Tax Correctional Officer, San Quentin. Oh, looks like Flacco just dropped a video. That's what's up. Shout out to Convicts Perspective, Sea Dogs Podcast Show, Frank's Positive Vibes, Big Weavy, Rich DM, OC, everybody in the chat, Vegas Prison Stories, Gunner, the Rojo Room. I think Rojo wants to, the Rojo Room, if you're not subscribed to him, go tap in with his channel. I think he's at like 8,000. He wants to hit the 10,000 mark. If you know somebody I'd be interested in to get an interview going, hit me up, man. I'm on Instagram, Travis Lucky Loco on Instagram, Facebook, A&B Native American Cuisine, Instagram, A&B Native American Cuisine. And I'm also on TikTok too, so I'm going to start getting more involved in that, because we had more people come through from the TikTok. Some more gente morasa came through because of the TikTok things. And the interviews on the news, if you want to check those out, I think I got like 4 of them, 4 interviews on the news. I did an interview with Latin Pain, Sandman, who else? Frank's Positive Vibes. Who else did I do? I'm trying to remember who else. But I definitely want to get into with Jen Magana, do an interview with her. get that taken care of. And yeah, man, it's just want to say wash day. And I'm glad the lights didn't turn on in the bathroom over there. I'm over here telling you weird stuff be going on at the restaurant, man. But it's new, like I said, I believe they're good spirits here, just like everybody else on the chat, man. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, check out that book. I'm gonna try to do an interview with my cousin. She's an author. She wrote like four, I believe, like six books, and then she made a movie called Monkey Beach. And then she made a before Reservation Dogs. There was this thing called The Trickster. She's the one who did that, and you know, it was a Native American sitcom. Almost kind of looked like almost like a Native Breaking Bad from what I see because I believe there was only like two episodes. But I'll see if she wants to do an interview. I have a cousin out in Canada. She's a newscast lady. She's getting into movies. She does. I believe she went to like the Native American movie because I know she does short movies. And she was doing like a zombie one last time I seen her when I was in Canada. Man, that was like 5 years ago, bro. I need to hit Canada. Who wants to come to Canada with me, man? On my days off, man, man, I gotta go home, man. I gotta go check out Canada. I miss it, man. I'll go check out Colorado. Stay tuned, man. We're gonna be doing the food truck. I'll take you on a journey, man. This is the Lucky Loco show. I'm tapping out, man. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the love, the support, the chat. Um, Cafe, appreciate you. Five of a kind. Man, five of a kind. Let me know if you ever want to do like an interview, man. You don't got to show your face or nothing, bro. If you want to jump on and share stories. Anybody that's knowledgeable. I want to learn too. You know what I mean? I want to tap in with other natives, tap in with other people. Oh no, that was a light from outside. I was like, oh shit, you guys see that? You see my scared face? Oh man, there was a light from outside. Oh man, that's crazy. But yeah, I can take it. Lie. I got scared right there. So, oh man, I'll post. I'll get some more interviews going, man. I appreciate you guys. Wash day, Dogshaw.